Lucky me! My sister came to visit me in Harare, and I got to introduce her over at L'Arche to all of the people that I know there, show her around the garden, and she even taught us some salsa moves. We also learned dances from Zimbabwe and Austria, because my friends are great like that. Then we got on a plane to Victoria Falls, and when we landed, we went on a long walk, and we figured out that we should be scared of the crocodiles, but it was okay. They didn't come out and eat us. So then we went to see the falls, and we got totally sopping wet. And that evening, we went to a dance and drum show and ate mapone worms and got to play the drum. Then the next day, we went zip lining through the gorge just below the falls, and then we climbed down into the gorge. And then we climbed back up and saw the falls from the top and this gorgeous, gorgeous rainbow. Can you see it's a double rainbow? Then that night we went to this amazing physical theater production called Sumunye with a lot of actors who have graduated from the Zimbabwe Theater Academy, where I have friends who are teachers. It is a really professional production, y'all, and you should definitely go see it if you go to Victoria Falls. And then we got connected with the director and his friend, so that was super fun to meet them. Later, we got to go on a sunset cruise, very sweet, where we saw crocodiles and hippos, and luckily, neither of them ate our feet. Then, at the last minute, some friends helped us to arrange a jet boat tour where we went down into the gorge again and took a motorboat over the rapids and to the base of the falls, which was incredible. We got sopping wet, and it was totally awe-inspiring, and I highly recommend it. Then we drove down 2.5 hours to Hwange National Park, where we went on a game drive and saw elephants and 2 lions. But you can only see one in this picture. Anyway, they had just finished eating, and there were all these vultures circling around, waiting for them to be done. And then the lions got up and left. You can see him there. He's going into the bushes. See ya later, lion. We also saw zebras and a giraffe and a family of 3 of these very cool southern ground hornbills. I did not take this picture, who had very cool call. Just listen. I think someone should sample that as the background track for a song. Anyway, the next day we went on a bushwalk with our amazing guide, Godfrey, from Hwange National Park. And you'll notice he's carrying a gun, because on a bushwalk, you're out in the bush, you're not in a car. But luckily, he said in 20 years, he's never had to use the gun. And he just showed us all of these wonderful things, like enormous ant hills that are 6 feet tall, elephant tracks, porcupine quills, plants that you can use as soap. It was great. I highly recommend a bushwalk if you are out in the bush. Then when we got back to our hotel, there was all these elephants that came and drank from this little watering hole that they have behind the hotel. And sometimes they even drink from the pool. It was a great trip, and I am so grateful to have been able to share it with this person I love so much.